Hey everybody, it's Michael McGregor, the YCO Nomad with YCO Resiliency. So we talked about recently on the YouTube channel about having an evacuation bag, and personally that bag is different than, say, your get home bag, your inch bag, your bug out bag, all that stuff. Okay, your evacuation bag. And I know we're building more bags upon bags, but how many of you actually carry your credit card information, your homeowner's insurance information, family medical records in your bug out bag? Probably none of you, because you're all thinking the pew pew and the survival, and I'm going to be the lone wolf, So your evacuation bag, number one, should have a change of clothes, maybe 2 sets. It should also have maybe a charger for your electronics. Let's see what else. Honestly, you want to have your electronics cords, your lightning cables, your USB-C cords. You want to have copies of your credit card numbers or your credit cards. Something that you can pull up if you need to, photocopies of your IDs, information like that. Essentially your emergency binder, if you've ever had one of those. You want to have copies of your medical records, your prescription drugs that you're on. This is not talking about, the end of the world as we know it. We're not talking about martial law. We're talking about you need to get out of your house because a train derailment, there's chemicals in the air, there's a forest fire ripping through your neighborhood, there's an earthquake. Usually earthquake, you don't really have too much notification. A tornado rips through town, whatever. Those are instantaneous things. You can still grab your evacuation bag, get the hell out of your house that's, been hit or out of the town. Part in your evacuation bag, you should probably have some actual cash, maybe silver coins. I wouldn't go as far as having gold in there, but hey, if some of you do, why not? You should have a printout of emergency contacts. If something happens to your cell phone, it gets smashed or you can't charge it, and I don't know, maybe some of you aren't like me and you still have numbers memorized like we did back in the 70s and 80s. I haven't remembered a phone number since 1990. I'm just saying, it's all on my cell phone. And if my cell phone battery goes dead, what am I going to do? Oh, I have my actual old school day timer, which I have written down contacts and information like that. That's part of your evacuation bag. You want to have credit card, insurance, homeowner's insurance, renter's insurance, car insurance. You want to have all those vital documents to your financial health. You need those because you're getting out of the house. If something happens to your home, at least you have copies of this stuff and it's not destroyed. Hopefully you have things in a fire safe or maybe even offsite at a safety deposit bank, something. That's your evacuation bag. Everyone gets so wrapped up into the end of the world. We got we got the North Korean, Ukrainian, Russian paratroopers. We got super zombie volcanoes. All that crazy ass, it's the freakouts, the clickbait. What about just normal everyday stuff? Oh no, little Susie broke her arm at school. We need to go because she's going to be in the hospital, or someone had a serious injury. They're in the hospital. You grab your evacuation bag. Yes, I realize it has your other stuff. Maybe just your bug out bag, your overnight bag would work like that where you got food and stuff. But do you have something to keep you entertained if you're sitting in a hospital room in your bug out bag? Or do you have a bunch of ammo, knives, axes? Think about these things. We get so wrapped up into this prepper fantasy of we're going to be the survivalists. We're going to be, we got to be wearing our kits. We got to have our bump helmets. We got to do more CQB, man. It still goes back to gardening, staying warm, having a form of electricity. It's not Call of Duty. It's not you know, The Walking Dead, The Last of Us, or any of this stuff. Let's start looking at this with a reasonable sense of intelligence and expectations of what a actual down system is going to be. If your plan is to get into gunfights, you have a piss poor plan. That's not survival. On a long enough timeline, your time runs out. That's simple. Too many people have focused way too much on that. I'm going to be going to gun battles. I'm going to be going to gun battles. That is a piss poor planning. However, let's go back to the evacuation bag. It's a simple setup. It could be a backpack. It could be it could be a duffel bag, a messenger bag, where you actually have that emergency stuff. You should probably have a ham radio in there, or at least a pocket one. You should have your phone numbers, all your pertinent information that you would need if you went to see a doctor. If, like I said, you got a copy of your mortgage, your lease, I don't know, copies of credit cards, all of the information dealing with your children. You need to have these things in that bag. That's a common everyday occurrence. Grab it, go. You should have snacks. Always have snacks and water. Always. Cash, silver, like I said, maybe gold if you want to run around. I really don't see uses really in gold in that type of situation because it's way too large of a sum. But silver, where I'm at, people will actually still deal with silver and trade in silver. There's some people that they don't want fiat. Just gonna say, there was a gun show. Guy was taking silver and gold, for that matter. So keep that in mind. I mean, like I said, we have to be more proactive instead of reactive. We also have to approach this with more of a calm mind. There's way too much hysteria with everything that's going on with this world. Just way too much insanity. Looking on the prepper sphere, it's like, you know, it's World War III. They've already launched. It's, you know, Monday the missiles are gonna fly. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, you don't nuke an area that you want to occupy. Just saying. So let's approach this with a more calm, sensible, professional approach, because those that can keep a level head and a calm mind during a disaster are the ones that are most likely to survive. So, the YCO Nomad, I don't even know who I am anymore. I'm the YCO Nomad with YCO Resiliency. As always, watch your six. This is a fairly short video. They're getting a little bit better. Who knows? Hopefully I'm getting better at this. But till next time, peace out, watch your six, all that good stuff.